at 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Ali LaForce covering us courtside. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Now here's George. Inside. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Fox. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Can't lose sight of Fox or allow him to feel comfortable looking to score this close.
Back to Markkanen. Rebound by San Antonio.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight. Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Now here's Kessler. Markkanen misses.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's Fox. Castle for three. The rebound by Markkanen. Fast break Utah. Jackson gets the bucket.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Pass to Vassell. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Markkanen. Jackson with it. Markkanen looking it over. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Now Fox. Over George. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Jackson attacking. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Jackson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And that was good defense. But in the end, Jackson Jr. keeps his focus.
Pass to Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
George for three. Rebounded by the Spurs. Outside Wembanyama. Driving in. Out left to the wing. Here's Champagnie. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Champagnie's got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. A minute 22 left to play in the first. Pass to Castle. Shoots over Bailey. No good, off the front rim.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. I think right now, he might be looking at some adjustments. Both teams deciding to change it up. San Antonio trailing here. Here he goes. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
I'd love to see this fire from Dylan Harper. The rookie was not giving up on his drive.
He's off on the second.
Couldn't put them in the lead, but at least does enough to tie it up.
Utah moving the ball around. Here's Nurkic. And it's Cornette with a rebound. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Pass to Harper. Shoots over Collier. San Antonio again can't hit. And here are the Jazz. Here's Sensabaugh. And he buries his first look.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Here's Harper. Utah grabs the miss. Back to Mikhailuk. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Utah ahead, up by 2. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
Here's Fox. And he can't bank that one in. Utah leading. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And it's Cornette with a rebound. San Antonio with the ball. Fox outside. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Markkanen.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Collier, no good.
Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
Pass to Harper. Fox deciding where to go with it. Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Here's Collier. No points so far. Pass to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, too easy for Nurkic. A big man who goes up strong. Have to meet him at the rim and counter his aggression.
Here's Fox. Shoots over Collier. Again, the miss by Fox. George with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Down low. Deflected.
Yeah, excellent timing by Harper right there. I mean, he has great length for a guard.
Wembanyama. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Markkanen. Here's Nurkic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And on the glass, Nurkic makes it look easy, using his reach to snatch the ball and get a shot of his own.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Johnson. Snatched away. To the paint. Now George. Back to Markkanen. Oh, look at the fin with the finish. Lauri Markkanen.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Fox outside. 5 to shoot. To the inside. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Wembanyama. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Bailey. And that one is hammered home.
A big-time slam right there by Bailey. You know, good to see this young man play with such authority.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Utah leading by 6. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them. And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
They need this. Wembanyama. Kessler with a rebound. Williams with it. He's picked up by Vassell. And here's Bailey for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
Well, Bailey is a shot-making machine, particularly off the catch at this stage.
Watch the screen.
26 seconds left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline jumper. Harper misses.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Heady play to draw the foul by Jackson Jr. Remember, his dad was an NBA player, part of why he's got a great hoops IQ.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he's good on the second. 11 seconds left in the second period. And here's Castle. The 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half now in the books. Utah ahead. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Wembanyama. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
For 3, George. Vassell with the rebound. Pass to Wembanyama. 4 on the clock. Over Kessler. Wembanyama's shot is good. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the game.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. George's shot is off. Spurs trail by 9. Fox outside. From behind the arc. The rebound by Jackson.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Back to Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
A play like that can absolutely take the wind out of your sails. Just a tough break.
Pass to Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Here's Champagnie. 5 points in the game. Wembanyama, no good. Jackson, left side. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Spurs trail by 13. George with a steal. Jackson down low. He's got 5. Off with the layup. And it's the Spurs ball. Pass to Champagny. Castle outside. And here's Wembanyama. And it's blocked by Kessler. Utah moving the ball around. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Vassell. Markkanen sets a screen. Here's Jackson. That doesn't go either for Jackson.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
To the left side wing. Back to George. .125 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Spurs trail by 13. Wembanyama down low. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Here's Harper. 5 on the clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Offensive board. Utah leading by 13. Inside. Here's Williams. Uneasy 2 on the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the son of NBA champion Ron Harper, Dylan is an intriguing player. He went 2nd overall in the draft, a versatile combo guard who plays with a lot of confidence.
To the middle. And the ball out of play. The Spurs will have it.
Spurs ball.
Spurs trail by 14. A deep 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's in there.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Pass to Bryant. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. For 3, Collier. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Utah Jazz. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Utah leading by 14. Down low. Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to Markkanen. It's good.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Double team on Fox. The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Filipowski.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Fires for 3. And Nurkic with the 3. And the Jazz lead by 19.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
On offense, here's Utah. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And the Spurs making a change here. Pass to Nurkic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
Outside Barnes. Back to Fox. From deep three-point land. Rebound, Utah. For three, Collier. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 19. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. From 18 feet away, the rebound by Markkanen. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, the big body of Johnson getting up on the fast break.
Jazz leading by 17. Now past Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Into the lane. Oh,